Hey everyone, welcome to episode 8 of the Two Brown Dudes Comic Podcast.
8?
Yeah, it is 8.
Oh, okay. I just let you do your thing.
Yeah, it's number 8.
I don't even question it. Issue 8, jackass.
Yes. Oh, sorry, issue 8. Damn it. Issue 8. Yeah, we hopefully everyone had a good couple weeks, good holidays and stuff.
We're off to a hot start. This is the best episode yet.
we took a little bit of a hiatus there, but we're back.
Yeah, we weren't sick or anything.
We were just like
lazy.
Lazy.
Dumb?
I don't know. The holidays made me kind of tired.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I did quite a bit this year. Unlike last year, I didn't do much.
Yeah, bro. And then there's that week like after Christmas where you don't really know what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
and it doesn't even feel like a work week, and you're at work, and everybody's in a great mood for whatever.
It's weird.
Yeah, we had that.
Yeah. But now we're back, and we're start off with Collector's Corner. All I got was the Moon Knight number 3, which is apparently a key issue.
Yeah, I picked that one up when it came out.
I didn't because I'm an idiot, so I had to pay a little extra money to get it, but I got it now.
Yeah, I've just been doing just my pickups recently.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it adds up when you do.
It does.
Like variants all the time and stuff. But there, it's not that there's anything I'm not interested in. I'm just not wanting to spend like big money.
I did my pickup last week, not realizing how many I had.
Yeah, how much?
And
did
I
you
was
spend?
like, oh my god,
How much was it?
it was like over $40.
Holy shit!
Yeah, because I think I told to pull some other comics too that I've been wanting.
Yeah,
and I forgot those were lumped in there.
yeah.
So he's like, yeah, it's 43, whatever. I was like, what?
Yeah. I mean, it adds up, but
Yeah,
it's worth it when you're reading them. I did get the variant of Dark Knights of Steel number 3. It's got well, I'm fucking stupid. It's got they're the ones where they have the character and then I've got like their stats. Like it's almost like a
the
trading
card thing,
Yeah. So I got that one.
Nice.
I'm missing the second one. We talked about that last episode.
Yeah.
But
Not bad.
right. But no, yeah, Collector's Corner. I mean, there's not always a lot there.
Yeah, sometimes we don't, because sometimes we'll get a bunch and then we'll kind of take a break.
Yeah, for good reason. Holy shit.
Yeah, it gets expensive.
Yeah, whenever there's like Comic Cons or anything like that or meetups, that's when I spend a lot.
Same here.
So,
I
but
try to keep it on the down low.
I mean, I pretty much knocked off what I wanted.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
I did too for probably a good chunk of time.
Yeah, and I'm like looking around. I still don't know where your shit is.
Oh, it's over there in the corner.
On the floor?
No, it's sitting on a thing.
Oh, okay. It's like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's get into it. The first book was one that I recommended to you.
Yes.
I read. Okay, so this one had been on like everybody's list of top comic books of the year or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't say that on here. One of those rare instances where I stop myself.
Yeah.
So I read the first issue and it was really good. But anyway, let's read the summary and do all that stuff, and then we'll talk about
the comic we're talking about is The Many Deaths of Laila Starr by Boom Studios and came out last year, 2021.
Yeah, and there's 5 issues, and that's it.
Yeah, there's 5 issues right.
Okay, so here's what it's about. With humanity on the verge of discovering immortality, the Avatar of Death is fired and relegated to the world below to live out her now finite days in the body of 20-something Laila Starr in Mumbai. Struggling with her newfound mortality, Laila hatches a plan and soon discovers a way to be placed at the time and location where the creator of immortality will be born. But will Laila take her chance to permanently reverse the course of history, or does a more shocking fate await her within the coils of mortal existence? That's from Boom Studios themselves.
Yeah.
Tricky bastards.
Yes.
So it's
written by Ram V, who did Swamp Thing and Blue and Green.
Never heard of Blue and Green.
Illustrated by Felipe Andrade, who did Captain Marvel. So yeah.
Yeah. So the characters, Laila Starr, former god of death. Okay, that one's clear and precise, right? Then there's Darius Shah, the inventor of immortality.
Yes.
We'll get into that. And then Pranah,
yes,
the god of life, friend of Laila.
Yeah.
So this is like an interesting concept. Like it says, literally, they're like, all right, you're being let go.
You're being let go. We don't need your department anymore.
Yeah, so like for all our nerds, it reminded me of in DBZ, where you had to take the Dragon Road.
Oh, yeah.
And there'd be the big dude with the horns there. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck are you doing here? Type
King
of dude.
Yami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like that, and she was getting canned.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's
Yeah, because it's like they make it out to be this giant corporate office looking thing.
Yeah, it just looks like everyday life for her, and she is almost, not almost, she is pretty cocky.
Yeah,
like she knows who she is.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
And then they're like, yeah, we don't fucking need you anymore, and it gets not necessarily weird from there, right? It's like
no, because the first issue was great.
Yeah,
Like it's
the second one just. We both agree on this. It just kind of rolled on, and the pacing just almost stopped.
Yeah, it like killed the entire momentum.
And it had a lot of momentum.
Yeah, the first issue, because you see her the first issue, she gets canned.
Yeah,
and then she's this mortal.
Yes,
and she's coming to grips with that, and like,
then in the second one it just You ever read a comic book like late at night, like at 10, 11?
Yeah,
and you're like, all right, I'm gonna stay up and read comics. And then you just reach a lull, whatever comic book it is, and you just start fucking like closing your eyes. I kind of did that in the second one. Okay. Or no, I did do that.
Okay.
So
I can see why.
You know what I mean? And then you start the next day from where you left off, and you're like, I don't remember reading that shit.
Yeah, exactly. You have to start over.
Yeah.
So,
and then there's another interesting concept because it's Darius. I interpreted it in the first issue that it was like almost the return of Jesus, and he, you know what I mean, like not necessarily reincarnate. Well, in the way the book is written,
it could be a reincarnation. Yeah.
So I don't know. It blurs the line between two religions, basically.
It does. Yeah, that's what it felt like too.
The offset. It's very interesting, and but it is definitely not. And I hate to say this because the concept is so cool and so different. But it is not for beginners.
No,
I don't
it's not.
think. And in fact, it's more of what would you call it? Like a graphic tale almost. I don't know.
Kind of.
I wouldn't even. It's a comic book, obviously, but I don't know how to classify it. It's
I'm not
one
sure.
that gets your head turned.
It's definitely not a beginner one, and you can clearly tell which religions are blurring the line. I mean, there's clearly one that the characters, I guess, the gods are based off of, but then there's another one that they're trying to use kind of underneath it, which is fine. I think
we need to finish it maybe, which is maybe easier said than done. There's a lot of things that aren't explained. I feel like the author definitely had shrooms when he was writing this. Whatever, fine.
Yeah, which is fine.
I've never done that
because there are definitely no. Go ahead, sorry.
It just looks psychedelic almost. The colors are really pastel-y. It's beautiful to look at. It really is. But it just number 2 just brings it to that stop that I was talking about. It's just weird.
I may try and continue because there's some cool. Because when I was reading through number 2, there's some cool stuff that happens, like the character realizing she's getting like mortal feelings and stuff. Like she's mortal now, and she has these feelings or these doubts that she didn't have before.
Right.
Which is interesting to see. I think that's a pretty cool concept. Like, hey, you have this god, and now they're just a human, and they're coming to grips with what it's like to be human, and like their flaws and their strengths and all that kind of stuff. So
right. And then there's parts of this would actually turn a lot of people off, but it reads like it's in a narrative style that would be similar to the Bible, honestly.
Yeah, it does feel
the characters have their own bubbles, their own thoughts, but reading through the panels, there's parts where the narrative definitely feels like that kind of tale. And, if that's what the author is going for, I mean, excellent job. I don't know. Just for the reader, if you have time and this sounds interesting to you, give it a shot. Maybe we're crazy or just dumb.
Yeah.
Maybe Ram V is just...
Yeah, maybe he's just leagues above us and we don't know or something.
Yeah, we're just peasants. I don't know.
Because honestly, outside the story, some of the panels are pretty incredible. There's one we're going through where there's that pie or whatever it was.
Right here.
Yeah, that's a really good panel.
Yeah.
Like, there's some awesome panels in here, but they're also just parts of the story where just...
not understand. Maybe you just got to read it twice.
Maybe.
Or slow down. Yeah. Because, when you read... like the Bible, there are times where you have to say, okay, let me reread that twice and see what it's actually saying.
So this could be one of those cases. And it may be, like you said, we may have to complete the whole series to kind of get it all.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things, like there's no backstory on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Just throws you in there.
It's a good book. It's just not for beginners, and that's what we try to do.
Yeah.
But it's definitely thought provoking. It's very different, unique, and it's on everybody's list of like top comics.
Yeah.
But with critics, you never know. Like some critics are pretentious.
Yeah.
And, like you know what I mean.
Yeah. Some of them find. Yeah. It just depends on the critic, honestly.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So,
things you would think is really popular aren't.
Right.
And things that aren't really popular are in their mind. So
yeah.
just one of those things.
But yeah, this is I don't know. It feels like it's made for HBO Max or something.
Yeah, it could be. I could see it on one of that.
So what do we got next? Because
We got
I don't know how to read your damn sheet.
we got Southern Bastards.
Oh yeah,
next.
right there in front of my fucking face.
By Image Comics, and it was released in 2014.
This is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, Eric loves this one, and I probably will too once I finish it.
Yeah. When did it come out? Did you already say?
2014.
Yeah. All right. Let me do the thing that I do.
Yes.
So it goes like this. Welcome to Craw County, Alabama, home of Boss Barbecue, the state champion Runnin' Rebs football team, and more bastards than you've ever seen. When you're an angry old man like Earl Tubb, the only way to survive a place like this is to carry a really big stick. That's from Image Comics.
Yeah, it was written by Jason Aaron.
Yeah, that dude's the shit.
Yeah, he did Thor, X-Men, Wolverine, Incredible Hulk. Illustrated by Jason Latour in Spider-Gwen, Wolverine. Also did Winter Soldier, and he did like the artwork for the Django Unchained movie.
Django.
Yeah.
Django. Okay, so where do I start?
I forgot the awards. It did get an Eisner Award in 2016 for Best Continuing Series and Best Writer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so I love football.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. I understand the game head to toe, X's and O's, all that stuff. This does not feel forced. It doesn't feel fake. It feels authentic to Alabama. I think you can probably tell the majority of this story without ruining it.
I think so.
Coach Boss, right?
Yeah, we got Coach Boss.
Basically, these the Runnin' Rebs are basically the equivalent of Alabama.
Yep.
Basically,
Yep.
They don't lose. They've got championship on top of championship, and Coach does a little bit more than Coach.
Yeah. He's got some other.
Yeah, so he's got
other dealings.
He's got his restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And some shit goes down in the restaurant behind closed doors. Basically, he's got the whole city in his pocket.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and he's old as shit, right?
Yeah.
But he's still what? He's like really.
Yeah, he's buff. He can take a hit. He can dish it out too.
Yeah, and nobody messes with him.
No one messes with Coach Boss. His name is Coach Boss.
Yeah, Coach Boss.
Yeah.
Until Earl Tubb comes back to town.
Yeah.
And Earl Tubb is this. He's basically the yin to this dude's yang.
Yeah.
In the fact that he doesn't take any shit either.
Yeah. Like both these guys,
and they have a history together.
Yeah, they do. Because they all grew up in this town.
It's a small town.
It's a small town. Earl left.
Right.
Because he was sick of the small town. He wanted to get out. He left, and now he's back, tying up some loose ends. Right. Essentially.
Because I think his father
passed away, and then
he needed to go clean out the shit.
Yeah, someone needed to clean out the house, and so he comes back to do that. And like both these guys, if you picture a hard ass Southern grandpa, that's what both these guys are. Like this is a grandpa who always had that mug full of black coffee, drinking.
Yeah.
No matter what the temperature was outside, that's all they drank. Like that.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
Yeah, and like even in the panels, they're just huge.
Yeah.
Like the dude's forearms are ripping out. And it doesn't look like unrealistic. They just look like really strong men.
Yeah.
And the colors are phenomenal. The artwork is great. Mm-hmm. It's got a lot of like red hint or hues to it.
Which I like a lot.
Yeah, and it's dark. The pacing is incredible. You're never bored.
No.
The football scenes where they draw out stuff.
Yeah.
They look phenomenal too. I mean, it just looks like you're on a football field.
Yeah, it looks it's amazing. I just love the way.
The facial expressions as well. They're really well defined. You feel what the characters are feeling. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of redneck shit in here.
Yeah, there is. And I think the Reds is when they're flashbacks is what it seems
Right.
like. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Which is really cool.
Absolutely. And what else can you say about it? There is racism in here.
Yeah, there is. There definitely is racism.
This is like about a southern Alabama. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know that you and I could go to this town.
Yeah. Yeah, this
what I
is
mean?
not a
Like-
town. Yeah, I don't think we could go. I mean, even the authors are from small towns, small southern towns. Or the author and the artist, sorry. They're both from small southern towns. So they portrayed it really. Oh, here's the football scenes. Yeah.
Yeah.
They portrayed it really well.
Yeah, absolutely. And just imagine if, okay, so for all my football fans, just imagine if Nick Saban or Bill Belichick, these iconic coaches, were actually assholes.
Yes.
You know
and
what I mean?
Yeah, like had like whole cities in their pocket. Like a mafia king of whatever city,
Yeah,
whatever
absolutely.
city they're in is pretty much what this is.
I mean, look at these panels where they're actually playing in a game.
Yeah.
And this is about 4 pages, coaches on the side. The stands are full, and there's the stance, the defense is in a 3-4. I mean, they know their
shows everything.
shit.
There's cheerleaders. It shows everything. It's like
Yeah.
one of those towns where football is
king.
high school football is everything that they live and breathe.
And they don't,
that entire
they don't
town.
really lose.
Yeah.
And so I can't recommend this enough. Even if you don't like football, this is beyond cool. I
Yeah.
will say you're reading it currently. It ends on a cliffhanger, and it has not had an issue in a really long time.
Yeah, that's what I heard when I was looking into it.
Yeah, but
So
it's,
I'm not a huge fan of football. Like I'm
Right.
watching it and I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, and that's really a fine line as an author to be
Yeah.
able to make something that not everybody's into, especially the comic world.
Yeah.
There's lots of us that like everything like that, but to make the game understandable and you still feel the emotion on the field, what's going on.
Yeah.
It really is a testament to Jason Aaron's writing. It really is. This is such a good story. I think I let Dylan read it,
Yeah, you did.
and he didn't like it.
Oh yeah, he didn't like it. Yeah, he really
That's
did. Yeah,
weird.
which I was surprised by.
I asked him, I was like, did you struggle to read
Yeah,
it?
like, what was the issue here?
But it is dark. So
Yeah.
and Dylan's kind of a straight, clean kind of dude.
Yeah.
And this one was it is dark.
Yeah,
and it is
pretty dark.
It's not necessarily disturbing, but as far as like what the town does as far as racism and corruption,
Yeah.
it's pretty damn dark.
Yeah.
I mean, did you feel that way?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely they haven't really they haven't gotten into what goes on, but you can already tell that
Yeah.
there's some
something
shady
else. Yeah.
there's some shady shit going on in this
Like,
town.
what did you think of the town as a whole? Did you see like anybody that was remotely or innately good?
No.
No,
I
not
felt like the
really.
whole
And-
town was like
And you feel like Earl Tubbs is what? He's not necessarily innocent himself either.
no,
you know what I mean?
he's got some stuff on his hands too.
Yeah, some skeletons in
Yeah.
the closet.
Because they talk about his dad quite a bit
Yeah.
and some stuff that he's done in the past,
Yeah.
and he's kind of inherited that in a way.
And as the book goes on, how do I want to say this? The focus at you as the reader, who you think is the main character, it changes.
Yeah.
And it's like a seamless transition. This is written like just beautifully.
Yeah.
It's a 12 out of 10 for me. I can't wait for you to finish it. And
Yeah, it's good.
yeah.
I'm surprised I stopped reading after the first trade. Like I'm surprised I didn't just keep on going.
Yeah. Well, the dude, I remember it was at, you were there with me, and we were there at Buck's store. It was late. It was nighttime.
Yeah, I remember this.
And he had like, I don't know, 10, 12 employees there and
Yeah.
volunteers. And it was like a big sale. I think it was New Comic Book Day.
I think it might have been, yeah.
And this would have been like 3-4 years
Yeah.
ago or whatever. And what I like to do when I'm there is I like to ask, people that I've not seen there before, I like to
Yeah.
ask them what they like. And I take recommendations from them. I will always take recommendations from
Oh
somebody.
yeah, same here.
And the dude was like, "Well, do you like football?" I was like, "Dude, I love football." I was
Oh, I
like,
remember this conversation. Yes.
yeah. And I sat there and talked football with a dude for like 25 minutes,
Yeah.
and then he handed me this book, and he was like, "You might as well grab the other ones while you're here." So I grabbed
Yeah.
the first 3 out of 4, And I believe I read the first 2 in like one sitting.
Wow. Yeah, it's that good. It's
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't start with this early.
Yeah, I was very surprised by it. Like, I knew you told me it was good,
Mhm.
and like you told me it was about football, and I was like, I'm not the biggest fan, but I'll still read it. I still watch football, and then I just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
I was like, this is awesome.
Actually, on Collector's Corner, I did, and I haven't mentioned this, I did get number 1 of this for like $8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, nice.
Yeah, I had to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, incredible, phenomenal, dark, not overly racist.
No.
But it is hick as,
Yeah, it is.
you know,
yeah.
shit.
They do a good job of portraying the small town, honestly.
Yeah, and it feels authentic. It doesn't feel like, oh, redneck wouldn't actually say that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more like, holy shit, a redneck would say that?
Yeah.
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 I think that's how we should describe that.
Yeah, exactly.
So we could talk about this one all night, it feels like.
We should probably move on.
Don't tell me what to do. Bro. Don't do it, bro. Okay, so let's move on to our next book.
Yes.
This is Old Man Quill.
Yeah, it was by Marvel and released in 2019.
Yeah, so it's still pretty young.
Yeah.
To me, anyway. All right, here we go. Taking over for his father as the Emperor of Spartax, whatever, Quill put a life of spacefaring adventure behind him for one of leadership and responsibility, but things didn't go as planned. Decades have passed, and Peter is haunted by tragedy. Down and out, his existence means nothing until the former Guardians of the Galaxy drag him out of his funk for one last mission. And that's a pretty good description.
Yeah, it is.
It's not bad.
I like that one.
All right, what do you got?
It was written.
Rithen.
It was written by Ethan Sachs. He did The Weapon, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Star Wars Allegiance, and War of Bounty Hunters.
Mm-hmm.
Then illustrated by Robert Gill, X-Force, Star Wars, Dr. Aphra, Atlantis Attacks, and Conan the Barbarian.
And so the characters are obviously Old Man Peter Quill,
Yeah.
and you've got the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
And they're all old. Not all of them aged. Rocket fucking aged.
Yeah, Rocket.
He's
was
got like a
always-
cane.
Yeah.
Of the 3, Old Man, Old Man Logan, or Old Man Wolverine, Old Man Hawkeye, and then Old Man Quill. I think I like Hawkeye the best, then Wolverine, and then this one last.
Yeah.
However, that's not a slight on the book. I
No.
just think the other 2 are excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
From artwork and all of that. The artwork in this is great.
Yeah. And we also see Doctor Doom in here
Yes.
because it does take place in the same Wastelanders universe as the other ones.
So the Guardians, there's no Groot, right?
No Groot.
It's Mantis, Drax, Gamora, Rocket,
Yeah.
and then Peter.
Yes.
Peter. Sentry's in here.
Sentry's in there.
There's a lot of lesser known characters. It's more of
Yeah.
a cosmic tale
Yeah.
that essentially comes to Earth.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
Yep.
good. The ending of the first graphic novel is crazy.
Yes, it is.
I still need to read the second one.
Yeah. The first one's ending. I was like, wait, what? So
Same. Like when you turn that page,
Mhm.
you know what page I'm talking about.
yeah. Yep. Yeah. So
How many times are you going to say, yeah, dog?
I was trying to find the page. Yeah, there it is. There's the page.
Dude, let me look at that.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I wasn't either. I think I texted you immediately. I was like,
Yeah.
yo.
Yeah. So
Holy shit. Yeah, like that. Did you read the second one?
yes, I did read the second one.
Worth it?
Definitely worth it.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay.
There are more twists in it.
Gotcha.
Things
Yeah.
that you're not expecting.
And again, in this Wastelanders Old Man universe, because all 3 of these are set in the same time
Yeah.
period, all the heroes are dead.
Yep.
Most of them. There might be some like who described it as basically Mad Max meets Marvel kind of deal, right?
Yeah,
I
that
think
is
someone
what
said
it
that.
is. Someone did say that.
But it's great. It's interesting because the heroes get their asses kicked.
Yes, they're not
Right.
like before.
There's a lot of death. It doesn't feel. None of these stories feel like these guys are going to win.
No.
And even at the end of them, you still don't feel like they've won.
Yeah.
So
like, they may have won, but they haven't really really won.
It's a fresh take.
Yeah.
And they have the new books coming out too. I didn't pick up Black Widow today.
Oh yeah, I didn't. Either.
They have a bunch of one shots.
Yeah.
They're called like Wastelanders. Who's in there? Who do they got?
So they had Logan.
Yeah.
Then they had Hawkeye.
Yep. I
And
got
this
both
week
of
was
those.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
And then Doctor Doom is next.
And then we're missing one.
I think there's. Have they said who it is?
It was Quill. I have it.
Oh yeah, it was.
I was
Quill.
just waiting.
Yeah,
I was waiting to finish that.
Yeah, it was Quill. Yeah.
And they're all one shots, but I don't feel like they should be one shots. Damn it.
No.
Like Logan's story is great.
I love Logan's story. It's so good.
Yeah, and
Hawkeye's is actually really good too.
yeah, I think I like Hawkeye's a little bit better.
Yeah.
But it all feels like they've lost so much.
Mm-hmm. And they're like trying to find a way to keep going.
Yeah, and even in this one, Peter Quill, he doesn't have the confidence that he always has.
He's not the Peter Quill that you know.
No.
This is a broken man.
Yeah.
And
just full broke.
Yeah. And he has to go out and save the universe once again.
Yeah. And he's not very good at it.
No. He sucks currently.
Yeah. Drax is still a bad man.
Yeah.
You know, Rocket still does his stuff.
Yeah, Gamora can still kick ass.
Yeah.
But Peter is just
but the leader, the glue, he and there's something to be said about that as far as writing, you know, a character that just exudes confidence.
Yeah. And then taking him and making him.
Yeah, because they show it early on. His family has been taken from him.
Yeah.
And
his family and I guess his people too.
Yeah. So they do a really good job. It's just not my favorite of the three. Now,
no, I think if
I
it
still
was
give this book like a 9.5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the other two are 11s out of 10.
If this was a standalone, it'd still be really good. Like
Yes.
let's say the other two didn't existed, this would still be incredible.
Right.
So
didn't existed.
Didn't existed. I just said didn't existed. I didn't even realize that.
Epic.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a cool story. I recommend reading the other ones first. We talked about this. Which would you do? You would do Hawkeye then Logan?
Yeah, Hawkeye then Logan.
Yeah, and that's the right order.
Yeah,
that's the
timeline
correct
order. Yeah, I guess.
Timeline
in the universe.
Right. Yeah. There's no Red Hood or not Red Hood. Red Skull.
Yeah.
No Red Skull in this one.
No Red Skull in this one. It's Doom.
Yeah. Yeah, and then in the I forget which book it is, but they divide the United States up, and there's different like rules.
Yeah, it's like Doom's region where
Kingpin has one,
yeah,
Doom has one,
Doom and Red Skull.
Yeah, and somebody else has one.
Oh, Hulk had one.
Yeah, but not anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really cool. It's pretty easy. It gets kind of slow in the middle.
It does.
But that's okay. I mean, they still have to flesh out how the fuck the Guardians of the Galaxy got to this world,
yes.
why they're here. The Nova Corps makes an appearance. Yeah,
what else? I mean, you see Doom. Doom looks like Doom.
Yeah. Does it look like he's sitting on top of
the Thing?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. Yeah, I just noticed that.
The Thing's skin?
Yeah, his throne looks like the Thing's skin.
That'd be epic. But yeah, and then there's still those gangs like that are Mad Max-ish.
Yeah. You got the Ghost Riders. I don't know if the Ghost Riders make an appearance.
No, they don't. But it's really cool. Like I said, you want to read the other two first.
Yes.
And then come to this one. They're worth it. They're worth your time. They're worth your money. If you can get them on sale, great. If you love the Guardians of the Galaxy, which most people do, you still want to read the other two, and that's really cool in my opinion. You know.
I think so.
What more can you say about this?
I mean, the art's really good.
The art's good. Yeah, it's bloody.
I mean, just this panel alone. Look at that.
Yeah, that the last page.
Yes.
Is the shit. Lots of characters that you may or may not know, which is cool. It's a fresh thing. Like if you're a newbie, you'll want to know who these characters are and all that good stuff. And Drax is still a complete badass.
Yes.
Which is really cool. I mean, he looks older and he looks bigger. Not necessarily fatter, but like
he's been lifting or something.
Yeah, it's more strength than speed.
Like he's battle hardened, it seems like.
Yeah. So it's a really cool book. There's not a whole lot to say about it. No. You just got to read it.
Yeah, just read it, pick it up, and give it a read.
And that's not a slight on us, okay? No. Okay, that's like just read the damn book.
Yeah, we don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, because these are so cool. These are ones that normally I don't care about spoilers. These I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
these are pretty damn cool. So, all right, let's move on to our
final comic.
Yes,
which is Spider-Verse by Marvel, obviously released in 2014.
Yes, we're gonna have some opinions on this one.
Yes.
Someone is working their way through the multiverse, leaving a trail of dead spiders in their wake. And to stop them, it will take every Spider-Man ever, and then some, featuring Spider UK, Scarlet Spider, Spider-Woman, Spider-Man 2099. Can any of them survive the arrival of Moreland?
And it was written by Dan Slott, who did The Amazing Spider-Man, Silver Surfer, oh man, Silver Surfer, She-Hulk, Superior Spider-Man, Batman Adventures, and Looney Tunes.
Ooh.
And illustrated by Oliver Coipel, who did House of M, New Avengers / X-Men crossover, The Mighty Thor, Siege, and he animated Balto, The Prince of Egypt, and Road to El Dorado.
Okay, I don't see that.
What?
What the hell?
Yeah.
He did those?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he
but
was
the art style in this is nowhere near.
yeah,
that.
he was an animator on those films.
Huh. Interesting. So the characters, I love that you've done this. All the Spider-Man and women.
Yeah.
Yeah. No fucking
Yes,
joke.
it's got every single one you could possibly think of.
Yes. And then it's got Moreland. And what are they called? The Inquisitors, I think?
The Inheritors.
Inheritors.
Yeah.
Okay. And oh shit, it says it right there, Inheritors.
What does
They're the central, or Moreland is the central foe of all versions of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then the Inheritors are what?
Like his family, or the
Yeah.
family of Moreland, I guess.
Yeah.
Enemies of all versions of Spider-Man.
Yeah, and this inspired the story for Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. The Sony animated film.
Where to begin?
Oh man.
It starts off really cool. Moreland is what? Just obliterating
Yeah.
Spider-Man from all different
he's
timelines.
marking him.
Yeah. Yeah, he is just ripping. Well, that's ripping ass means farting it. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
The art is good. How do I want to go into this? I did not like it.
Yeah, it felt very. So you mentioned something. It was very hard to keep track of who was talking
Yeah.
because there are so many.
Yeah, and not all of their
Spiders?
costumes are like different enough.
No, like sometimes I thought I would mix up because one of the Spider-Men is Doc Ock. When he
Yes,
took
so
over.
I knew that. His costume is really easy to.
Yeah.
And that's the superior Spider-Man. So
Yeah.
newbies, there is and I think it's actually the main timeline, like 616, Earth 616,
Yeah.
which is all the heroes that you know. There is a timeline where Doc Ock puts his body into Peter's body,
Yes.
essentially.
Yeah.
And he calls himself the superior Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And he's still got his arms, but they look like spider arms.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool. I've read some of that superior Spider-Man stuff. It's a really cool concept. Really cool. And he's a central character in this.
Yeah, he is.
But
He's kind of the one who I think he figures out
yeah.
things.
Yeah. I mean, he's
Like what's
just so
going on,
smart.
kind of.
Yeah. I just saw this as one big fucking ad.
Yeah.
For like, hey, read this comic, read that comic, and it's all spider related stuff.
Yeah, because you would see scenes, and that's kind of what irritated me about it. Because this includes all those comics that they said in there.
Yeah,
So, because remember I told you it's like, oh, the last 300 pages are
yeah. I thought I
everything
had
that-
400 pages to go.
just the stuff that they're referencing. So I was like, if you're gonna put it in the book, why not just put it in the story? Because like there'll be a part where like obviously they split up
Yeah.
to do different things.
Well, there's like groups of like 6, 7, 8.
Yeah,
I'm
they
like,
like split
what
up
the
in
fuck
groups
is
to
going
do,
on?
Yeah, to do different things, and it says there's like a little square panel that says, "Oh, check out Spider-Man or Spider-Woman."
Yeah,
this.
that was like what, every 8 pages?
Yeah, it's like, why don't you just put it in here?
Yeah.
Like they're already in there. Just put it in there so we don't have to. It's kind of, seems
Yeah.
kind of annoying.
And so that's a conversation that definitely needs to be had. Like, the King in Black was a universe spanning thing, but
Yeah.
you could still read just the King in Black.
Yeah,
and
there was
be
no like, oh,
okay.
go read this, go read that.
Yeah, this one you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, this
is
was
going on?
released around the time Spider-Gwen started as well.
Yeah.
And I think there's a little thing in there.
Silk as well.
Yeah, there's a little thing in there. It's like, oh, this is Spider-Gwen, your new favorite Spider-Man or something.
Yeah.
Or new favorite version of Spider-Man or something
Yeah.
like that. You should go read her comic, which I thought was that also. I'm like, come on.
Yeah. And that Spider-Gwen's pretty highly rated. But
Yeah.
anyway, it just the beginning starts great. And then at some point it's like when they start introducing all the spiders, it's like, what?
Yeah.
Why are we, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's when it gets a little hectic because you don't know who's talking half the time,
Yeah.
and
But
it just gets a lot. I will say there were some spiders in here that I didn't know of.
right.
I'm kinda-
There's a lot that I didn't even know.
I'm gonna
of.
probably pick up on those and read them. Like I knew about Silk and Spider-Gwen.
Yeah.
if anything, this just made me want to read those more.
Yeah, Silk is Cindy Moon, and she was bitten by the same spider
Yeah.
as Peter.
Yeah.
And they can't really be around each other.
Yeah.
which is really cool. But
Yeah.
that's basically they get like
it's super freaky
yeah
when they're too close to each other.
yeah. It's like they're
What's the word?
pheromones.
Yeah.
Yeah. They go wild and shit.
Yeah. So then there's a Spider-Man UK made an appearance. I kind of want to read about him. And there was another one. They just called her Jess. I don't know which spider, like what her.
The Spider Woman.
Yeah, I don't know. Was that
Jess
her?
Is Jessica Drew is Spider Woman.
Okay, so it's probably her.
Yeah, she's been around forever.
Yeah, so I'll probably read her story.
You're gonna be reading it for a while.
Yeah,
she's been around. Yeah,
so I'll probably check that out.
Yeah. There's again, it's a big ad, which is fine, great, whatever. Oh, Spider-Man, the noir one is in there.
Yeah.
Peter Porker's in there. I was like, all right.
The Indian one's in there.
This is Hawkeye's daughter.
Yeah.
The Indian one. But yeah, it's not a bad story, but I would never recommend this to like a newbie.
No, not at all.
Or even a seasoned person.
Yeah.
I wish somebody would have told me, like, yeah, you don't have to read that.
Yeah.
It's not.
Or just I just tell them to go read the individual comics. But you should check out these versions of Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a lot. And then
because there wasn't anything that really particularly stood out to me.
Right.
Like story-wise.
The artwork is great.
It is. Artwork's really good.
But story-wise, there's a like couple twists, but they're nothing like crazy.
No.
Don't read this.
I think that's the first time I said, don't go pick this up.
Yeah.
Just read the whatever versions of Spider-Man you're interested in. Just read those.
Yeah. You don't need this for anything.
No.
I'm trying to think in what situation you would need this. Maybe Silks.
Maybe, yeah, because it does kind of explore her a little bit more.
Yeah. And then maybe Superior because of what happens like near the end.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'm going to change this. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was okay to me. So
yeah, it was very all right.
I would give it a 1.5 out of 10.
Wow. I would at least give it a 3.
Yeah. Fuck that.
No, but I can see your 1.5.
Dan Slott is a phenomenal author.
Yes.
I think this was literally Marvel saying, hey, we want to have all these Spider-Men.
Yes.
We want it to be crazy, something no one's ever seen before. Although I will say DC has Flashpoint. But anyway, I think they basically gave him the project and then said, all right, web that shit together.
Yeah.
And if I was Dan Slott, I would be like, fuck. Because even the ones in the back.
That's what it seems like they did, even based off like the reading I did for this stuff. It seems like they made it on purpose to promote certain Spider-Man comics at the time.
Yeah. 2099 is in there. I don't actually know a lot about.
I don't either. I'm kind of interested now after watching this.
But yeah, like so after you finish the main story in this one, you actually get to read the tie-ins.
Yeah,
and the tie-ins are by different authors, different artists.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's not good, but anyway,
very okay.
Okay, so let's get into this Spider-Man No Way Home discussion.
There are going to be spoilers, so if you haven't seen it yet,
it's been like fucking 5 weeks.
Don't stop listening now.
Yeah, so even if you're on Instagram, you've seen what the hell goes down.
Yeah, you've seen what's going
on. What did I give it? I gave it like
a 9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10. And what did you give it?
I think I gave it the same.
Yeah, I think you might have been a little bit higher than me.
Yeah, I think
9.2.
Because there were certain things in there. So yeah, it was like a 9.2, I would say.
So for me, I felt that it was great, but I felt like there was a lot of fan service. Some of it just seemed a little cheesy.
Yes.
However, the fan service that was in there was really great. You know, when you see Toby or Andrew for the first time.
Yeah.
And then everybody kind of realizes that it's coming, and then the theater gets loud as fuck. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he shows up. Yeah, and then Toby shows up. Yeah, I mean, what were your initial thoughts on it?
So my initial, I loved it. It was a very fun movie. I mean, I loved seeing Andrew and Toby, especially Andrew because he's my favorite.
He's mine too. Yeah,
he's my favorite cinematic Spider-Man.
I think he is the. Oh, I'll let you finish.
So that I enjoyed them bringing him, like just seeing him on the screen as Spider-Man / Peter Parker again was fantastic.
Yeah,
that made me really happy. They dropped Matt Murdock was in there.
That was great. I didn't see that one coming.
I didn't see that coming
anywhere.
either. That like I texted you made my pee hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was not expecting to see him at all.
Yeah.
So that was great that they threw him in there. He's now, I guess, officially a part of the MCU, which is great.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I love that Daredevil series.
Yeah, I've only seen like the first season of it.
But yeah, it was a fun movie. I think there were cheesy parts. A lot of it was fan service.
Yeah, and it's only something that only Marvel could get away with.
Yeah.
Like if DC did this,
they'd get shit on.
Yeah.
Yeah, people would probably give him a lot of shit. And the other thing, and I think I realized it after the fact. I think after I'd seen it, after I saw clips and stuff of it, I did watch it a second time, was William Dafoe's his performance as the Green Goblin was just incredible. Yeah. I think in the first time you see him as Green Goblin, he always has the mask on.
Right.
But this time he didn't. And oh my God.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, I mean the battle between his alter egos was I mean if you really stop and think about it, it was he may have had the best performance.
I think so. I think people are starting to realize like, he stole the show.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Like especially whenever that scene where Tom Holland's spider sense is going off.
Yeah.
And then he shifts and he starts talking in Green Goblin. I was just blown away. Yeah. Especially the second time I watched it, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. So like we said, there are some cheesy parts, but they do a really good job. And I guess this was a Sony film, technically.
Yeah, technically a Sony film.
Yeah, it's like number 3 all time, I think.
Yeah.
And this is with pandemic.
Yeah, pandemic number. Yeah,
that's
pandemic
what some people want to call it, pandemic, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is.
But the numbers are great. Like people went out and, whatever situation they were in, everybody clearly
went out and
went
watched
to the
it.
movies.
Yeah. I mean, it was sold out. 6 p.m. shows here were sold out.
Yeah, and I was at the exact show after you.
Yeah, I went to 3:00 one, and it wasn't very full. I mean, people were still at work.
Right.
So, which made sense because it was a Friday. But every show after that, probably for a good week, was just packed to the brim.
Yeah, I mean, as it should be.
This was during the holidays.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah, the pacing is great on it.
Yes.
It's never like, damn, is this going to end? No, it's perfect. Yeah, I mean, it was really cool watching them work together. It was pretty cool.
That was awesome. Yeah, them interacting with each other was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, they made Andrew a little soft, which is fine, but of the 3 Spider-Man, he had lost the most. Let's be honest. He lost Gwen, he lost Ben.
Lost his best friend.
Yeah, I mean, he literally has probably the best arc as far as like a writing standpoint, most to lose and things like that. And then that scene where he catches MJ, in the exact same way that Gwen fell from the clock tower or whatever, and that kind of made my eyes water. Yeah, that was powerful. You know what I mean? Like, and
just everything about it. Like, I think honestly, Andrew and William Dafoe. Yeah, like just seeing both of them on the screen. Both their performances were really good. I mean, don't get me wrong, everyone else's was good too, but I felt like those two stood out.
And I'm Tom Holland's biggest hater. Yeah. I really am. Yeah. Like, who do you know that shits on him more than I do?
I don't know anyone who shits on him as much as you do.
I'm like, this fool plays the same character in every movie he's ever done. Man,
but when they meet up for the first time, got me too.
Yeah.
And when especially when Andrew started talking.
Yeah.
It was just.
I mean, like we said, he had lost the most.
Yeah, and he mentions he stopped pulling his punches. I was like, I want to see that shit.
You could see the emotion in Tom's eyes.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, Andrew Garfield deserves his.
I think he deserves some closure. I think
he deserves the Sinister Six.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, Sinister Six and Spider-Man are synonymous with one another. Yeah, and it's.
You got to have the Sinister Six.
Let him get his ass beat.
Yeah.
And, maybe there's an MJ in his universe.
Maybe he finds love.
I don't, maybe, but I don't know. His story is just so sad that it's almost a thing of beauty that maybe they should keep it that way.
I think so.
I saw some people, not a lot, but some were saying that Toby should get Spider-Man 4.
No, he got his closure, man.
Yeah, he got his paycheck.
Andrew did not.
Bro, I absolutely love the Instagram videos or TikTok videos with Tobey Maguire and the paparazzi. I fucking
dude, he
love
hates
those.
the paparazzi.
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
Get out of the fucking way.
Yeah.
And then the one where the dude gets hit by the car
Yeah,
and
he just
laughs
starts laughing. He even tells us like, "Be careful," and then he
Yeah.
gets hit back. He's like, "Oh, I'm careful." He gets hit back instantly after, and then Toby just starts laughing.
Yeah. And then they play the Spider-Man music. Bum, 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 bum. Or where he's at the airport doing a security check.
Oh yeah,
and
he just keeps
looking back.
looking back at the guy filming.
You should find these. Whoever is listening, you should find those.
They're fantastic videos.
Yeah, that is my favorite. But no, I think you're right. I think Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I don't know where that story would go.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they'd go with that because they ended it with Sandman and Venom.
I will say, do whatever you can to get Willem Dafoe back in that bitch.
Yes, man, he was. God, he was so good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like he was probably the biggest.
And Jamie Foxx did a really good job too.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx did too.
The Sandman, I was like, all right, dude, shut up.
Yeah, he was just annoying. He's like, I want to go home.
Yeah,
it's like, how about you help him out then instead of fighting him?
Yeah, and then Dr. Connors is Dr. Connors. You know, so I saw a meme the other day, and it was like, anyway. Who else did we have in there? We had Doctor Strange was in there.
Yeah. Doctor Strange was.
Yeah, Wong was like, "Yeah, I don't want any part of this shit."
Yeah, I'm just leaving.
Yeah,
you do.
And
what
I guess
you want.
Wong is the Sorcerer Supreme now.
Yeah.
Was that new to this movie?
I think so because they mentioned the blip.
Yeah.
Or the snap, and he's like, "Yeah, he won on technicality because I was gone for 5 years."
That's epic.
Yeah.
Dude, every time I see Wong, I think of A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance.
I do too.
Like, God damn it.
They look,
Rick Remender.
They look exactly alike.
Yeah. Well, he said he modeled the
that's right, he did. I keep
after.
forgetting he did, yeah.
Yeah, but every time I see him, I'm like, this motherfucker's an assassin and shit. A really shitty assassin. Yeah, what else in the movie are we missing? I do like that. Okay, so remember, this is a really good discussion, actually.
It is.
This might be our best episode yet. And I was worried it was going to be a shit episode.
We were, but it seems like it's pretty good.
Okay, so my biggest issue with Tom Holland's Spider-Man has always been that he has been given everything.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm. That was my biggest issue, too.
From the Iron Spidey suit, you know, and he always had Stark, you know, with him, or Happy, right?
Mm-hmm. There's always someone there.
Right. And that's fine. And then they made it incredible at the end of this movie.
Yes.
And there's a couple things to be said. So the first being that he ends up being the Spider-Man that everyone else has been.
Yes.
The shittiest apartment,
mm-hmm.
and, you know, all those things. I will say I didn't like how easily he just gave up on MJ and his best friend.
That kind of irked me.
Like, if it was me, I'd be like, "Yo, bitch, we're actually like really fucking tight."
Yeah.
And then
if you just scroll through your camera real quick, on your phone, you will know who I am.
Yeah. I guess Doctor Strange can delete
he probably
images.
fixed that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably part
Doctor
of the
Strange can delete nudes.
Yeah.
So, but you know, it left Tom Holland, and is he getting another movie, you think?
Yeah, he signed on for 3 more.
He did? Fuck.
Yeah.
But
he's got 3 more movies.
Yeah. Wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that fucker doesn't age.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's looked the
and
same.
like I said, he's played the same character his entire life
since he started.
Wow. But you know what? That could be a really good arc, okay? Because he starts off on top.
Yeah.
He's still on top. And then the snap happens. He loses quite a bit. But he's still got his Aunt May and things like that. And then at the end of this movie, he's literally rock bottom.
Yeah. He's alone. He has no one.
But I will say, if you looked at his face at the end of the movie, he didn't seem bothered by it.
No.
He said, okay, this is going to... It was almost like he was saying, okay, this is my story. I'm going to write it the way I want to write it.
Yeah.
You know, and every day is a new day type of deal.
Yeah, exactly. Which is how I feel like Peter Parker is.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a dorky kid, and, you know, I hate the casting of Flash and Tom Holland.
Oh yeah, God, that irritated
I mean,
the shit out of me.
I like him, but I don't think it necessarily progresses the story much. I mean, you don't need him, but Flash and Peter have always been, So I don't know. His character is funny.
His character
is funny as shit. But yeah, the movie was good. I only saw it once. I feel like maybe I do need to go see it a second time. Yeah, I mean, did you have any thoughts? Like anything that just stuck out to you? Aunt May's death.
Yeah, Aunt May's death was...
It hit, right?
It hit hard, especially because the line.
Yeah.
Because I completely forgot that they hadn't said the line yet.
Yeah.
And then she said it, and I was like, oh, she about to fucking die.
Yeah.
And she died, and I was like, shit.
Yeah. And then Happy. You know what I mean?
Happy did it. Yeah, then Happy showed up there, but then Happy doesn't remember. Yeah, no one remembers who Peter Parker is.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy to me. I mean, so he's just going to have to start from the bottom again.
Yeah.
So good. But yeah, seriously, Andrew deserves, to me, I think to a lot of people, it's not the popular choice.
No.
But like to comic book readers, I'm pretty sure that Andrew is the best overall Spider-Man.
I also feel like there are a lot more fans now of Andrew than there were before, because I think
because of his performance.
Yeah, because of his performance. So I think they went back and watched.
Yeah.
Or maybe they saw it before the movie. I don't know.
Right.
But I think a lot of people watched the previous ones.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do like Andrew's performance.
A lot of people hated the second one.
Yeah, that's what I've read.
I loved it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx was great.
Yeah.
To me personally, his suit in No Way Home was awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, because he had the actual like star thing around his face.
Yeah, it was friggin' epic.
Yeah. So if okay, let's sit in the producer's seat. If you're at Sony and you've just made like the third highest grossing film, you put Andrew in a film.
Yeah,
right?
I'm riding that high.
And Andrew, okay, so the entire time Andrew was like, he denied it, right?
Yeah.
For a long time.
He's like, I brought it
to the point where I fucking believed it.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe this fucker's not in it.
Yeah.
And but he's come out publicly and said, I'm open to it.
Yeah, he's open. He's open to doing Spider-Man again.
Yeah,
which a lot of people aren't, especially after they kind of got like what happened to him.
Yeah,
like he'd be like, nah, screw that. I don't want to work with them.
And of the three, he's probably the best actor. Let's be honest.
I think so.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah,
he should have won an Oscar for that.
Yes.
That was such a great movie.
His new movie, Tick Tick Boom, is his acting in there is incredible.
Yeah, I guess he's gonna sing and dance and shit.
Yeah,
yeah, fucking incredible.
I think he's definitely got the most range out of all of them.
Right. No, like give him a story.
Yeah,
give him a good script. Homie's already broken.
Yeah.
Break him more.
Yeah, give him a good script and throw some money at that movie.
Yeah, you can throw Craven, the Last Hunter in there, Rhino, who am I missing here? Vulture. Anyway, you can throw in a bunch of villains in there, any Spider-Man villain you want.
Yeah.
And, have success. And I think, would it do No Way Home numbers? Probably not, just because that's like something we've never seen before.
Yeah. I think it'll still do really well.
Yes. And so I think the new Flash movie is going to have kind of a similar effect.
You think so?
Yeah, but I think DC is going to basically just kind of reset a little bit. So but yeah, No Way Home, it was good. I would say it was great. But.
Yeah, it was great. I'll say one thing. They kind of, I don't know if you noticed it. Maybe it's I saw it twice, and then I noticed it the second time, but then it was kind of confirmed by the internet, I guess, for me.
Right.
They kind of low-key did the meme.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, whenever.
The pointing meme.
Yeah, what's his face calls says Peter, and they just kind of point at each other.
Yeah.
So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, J. Jonah Jameson, he was in there.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I will say that shot of Tom Holland Spider-Man in front of that screen.
Yeah.
After Maze died was very comic book like.
Yeah.
It was I could see that being in a comic book panel.
Right.
That was pretty cool. Yeah. I like that.
Okay. There was a very high chance that movie was going to suck ass.
Yes.
It would not have been hard to make it shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they did it. They did an excellent job.
I think so.
The after credit scene, you kind of explained it to me. Okay, so the after credit scene, it's Tom Hardy, and he's just chilling in Mexico.
Yeah.
Right? And
he's at a bar, yeah.
Yeah. And then what happens? I guess the snap happens, or...
Yeah, so
Oh, he comes into this.
Yeah,
universe.
he comes into the universe at the end of Venom. Venom 2.
Right.
Because he's chilling. That's when he's chilling on the bed in somewhere in Mexico. And
Yeah.
and he appears and he's in a different room.
Gotcha.
And then the screen shows.
But that's Doctor Strange that did that, right?
Yeah, that's the spell that brought him in. The screen shows, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is Peter Parker.
Right.
And right before that, Venom says, and the only reason I realize this at all is because I watched Venom 2 right before I went and watched No Way Home. That's why it's so fresh in my mind. Right before that, Venom and Eddie Brock are talking to each other. And Venom's like, "What's on your mind?" And Eddie's like, "Why don't you tell me what's on yours?"
Yeah.
He said, "If I tell you what's on my mind, your brain might implode." Because I had, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Well, it will be thousands of symbiotes across the multiverse."
Yeah.
Is what's on my mind.
Yeah.
And then after that, that's when the spell happens and he's brought in.
Because they're like almost a unimind.
Yeah, they're
right?
like a hive mind.
Hive mind.
Yeah.
That's the word, right?
And then that's why everyone's like, "Well, how does he know Peter Parker?" It's like he doesn't necessarily know Peter Parker, but one of the Venoms does.
Right.
It's probably Tobey Maguire's Venom.
Right.
And that's how he
the dude from that 70s show.
Yeah. Oh,
this is a weird casting.
Eric Foreman, I forgot his actual name. Topher Grace.
Right.
Yeah, it was weird casting. But yeah, he comes in. That's probably how he knows who Peter Parker is.
Right.
And then like when he
transports back, a little symbiote stays behind.
A little piece of Venom stays behind.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah. Is there a Mexican Venom? The bartender, bro?
Maybe. Because the bartender's explaining to Eddie Brock and Venom what happened. And then Eddie Brock's surprised there's even a Spider-Man. Like, because clearly he hasn't either there isn't one in his universe or he hasn't met him yet.
Right.
Doesn't know of him. So he's even surprised that there's a Spider-Man and the Avengers because he's explained the snap to him. Yeah. And he's like, "What?" And like that's what's going on in the after credit scene.
Did you like Venom 2?
I enjoyed it. Yes.
Yeah, I did too.
I liked it a lot.
Didn't he say like "fuck that guy" at one point? Fuck this guy. He rips him in half.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I mean, loved it. I need to see it again. I wonder. This probably won't be on Disney Plus.
No, because it's a Sony MCU collab thing. So
yeah,
it won't be on there. None of the other Spider-Man.
Yeah. Look, here's the thing. Without Sony, Sony laid the way. Yeah. Let's be honest.
They're the ones who started it.
Yeah, because Spider-Man, 2 was one of the highest?
Yeah, one of the highest grossing superhero films.
Yeah, and that's not accounting in inflation either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because that was back when movies were what, $5?
Yeah.
$6?
Nothing. And I feel like that still has one of the best superhero fight scenes ever. Yeah. Against Doc Ock and Spider-Man. Yeah. On the train. So. Yeah.
I need to rewatch that. I need to rewatch all of them, honestly. But
I do too.
What else we got? I think we covered the whole movie, right? I
think so.
Zendaya did a really good job.
Yeah, she did.
Felt believable. Felt real.
What's his face knows magic now? Ned.
Oh yeah.
He knows how to do magic.
Fucking epic. Yeah, but he already forgot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Damn.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't remember that he knows how to do magic.
Yeah. So I mean, their characters obviously aren't going to be gone forever.
No,
right?
I think they're also signed up for another 3.
Nice.
So
interesting. Well, it's interesting to see where they'll go with it.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking to see where the Spider-Man's on, what his path is now.
Yeah, because it's not. It's
and
not
it looks
an
like
Avenger.
you see him make his own suit for the first time.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yep.
Because he puts on the suit and you can see the.
Oh yeah, and you know what? Each Spider-Man had different fucking ways to get their webs out.
Oh yeah, that's.
2 of them had shooters,
Yeah,
and then Toby's obviously just fucking.
That scene
comes
was
out.
hilarious.
They're like,
does it come out of other parts or? That was pretty funny.
And I remember the crowd got crazy when he pulled down his turtleneck thing and he had the Spidey suit on.
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, you gonna come fight as a youth pastor?
Oh yeah, that was Andrew's line, wasn't
it? Andrew's line.
That was epic. Dude, Andrew just acted his way.
Yeah.
Gave the performance that will lead him into a third Spider-Man.
I think so. God, he was so good in there.
Yeah.
Him and William Dafoe, man.
Yep.
Oh, and then we see Tom Holland's Spider-Man go ape shit on Green Goblin.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he stopped
throwing the punches. Yeah. So yeah, great foreboding and everything. Well, I think that's all we got for everybody. Oh no, we've got. What are you reading?
Oh yeah, what are you reading
this weekend?
I'm gonna finish up Paper Girls.
No, I stop. Oh my god. Hang on. Let's.
The vibrations need to stop. Yeah. Okay, we're good.
All right. Yeah. So I just dropped my tablet. That's what happened, and it's not a small tablet.
Yeah. Still functioning though, so we're good.
Right. I still need to read Paper Girls. Well, I'm like halfway through it.
Yeah.
But you got me the
the whole thing.
Yeah, the complete story.
Yeah.
You got that for me for Christmas, and I'm reading it. What else are you reading? Is that it?
That's it this weekend. Oh, I'm gonna finish off Planetary 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So for our next show, World War Hulk.
Yes, World War Hulk.
I'm reading that right now. We got Moonshine by Brian Azzarello, who's one of my favorites. Noctera by Scott Snyder, and then Firepower by Robert Kirkman.
Yeah.
And then eventually we'll do The Department of Truth.
Yes, that one looks good.
Yeah.
At some point we'll read The Last God. Is that what it's called? Is that what it's called? Last God?
Yeah, Last God. Yeah, there's a lot of comics to read. I hope people are like taking our suggestions, or at the very least, you've already read it.
Yeah,
you're just kind of
you're just kind of listening.
Maybe they're listening. They're like, "Wow, those two brown dudes have shit opinions."
I don't know what they're talking about.
We need to do Deadly Class. That's one of my favorites.
Good one. Yes.
Oh yeah.
That'd be a good one to do.
The Walking Dead. I can tell you about that right now. It gets really good, and in the middle, it just fucking stops.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah,
that's what I've heard. The show did something very similar.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I watched it for a while, and then I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, there's plenty to read. We'll be back either in a week or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah, we haven't decided yet. So, we'll have this episode come out, when it comes out.
Right.
But then we may have another one really quickly in a week,
like
Eric said, or in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Just depends on how things go with our schedules.
Yeah.
But,
that's all we got. And we're trying to come up with a tagline. I said, call your mom.
Yeah.
Or your dad. Don't be a dick.
And don't force a fart.
Yours is don't force a fart.
Yeah.
So with that being said, call your mom or your dad and
don't force a fart.
Yeah, that's it. All right.
We'll catch you guys next time.